The question everybody is asking, where is the crypto market headed? Because there is still a lot of volatility. We are pumping, we are going down. It's just constant up and down, and not just little movements, but very fast and very big movements. But I have some very interesting news that could certainly affect cryptos, not only right now, but in the long run. And this news here, depending on what happens, could really shoot the crypto prices up like crazy. So make sure you watch this video until the end. You cannot miss a thing that I have for you in this video. And if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe with notifications on so you do not miss these time-sensitive videos where I call out huge plays through technical analysis way before they happen. And if you love cryptocurrencies, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps to support the channel, but to get these videos into the algorithm, because YouTube does not like to share crypto videos. So let's go ahead and dive straight into the video. So what we are seeing is we are still seeing continued volatility in the crypto market. But what is very interesting is if we continue to zoom out, despite the volatility, cryptos, and specifically Bitcoin in this very instance, is still trading inside of this range. Still trading inside of this ascending triangle or rising wedge pattern, which is almost one and the same. So what we see here is we see on the top the resistance levels. This resistance level for Bitcoin is about $44,000, $44,500 to be very specific. But what we are seeing is, yes, we are seeing resistance. So every time we pump, most of the time except the last couple of days, we come up to this level. And just literally about a day or two ago, we failed to come up to the resistance level and we failed to make a higher high. And we also failed to come even near this resistance level, which potentially shows weakness in the market. But most importantly, what we are still seeing is that Bitcoin in the crypto market is still trading inside of this pattern. But what is also being respected, despite us failing to make a high, is us respecting this support level, which is certainly ascending. This support level continues to go up and up and up. So after all the drops, we are still trading in this pattern. And the reason for this is because to let you know, nothing in this video is financial advice, but to let you know that the institutions and the people that move the crypto markets, they trade using technical analysis, just using this type of charting software like you see here today. So they base all of their buys and sells off resistance levels, off historic resistance levels, support levels, and things like that. And that's why the market moves like a textbook definition a lot of the times, except when news comes out. News and certain strong pieces of news or media can affect the crypto market despite technical analysis, but still, even if there is crazy news, it still respects, the market still respects these technical levels. So it's very interesting to see what is happening. And until anything changes, we are still in this range. Nothing really big is happening. But what we must watch out for is if Bitcoin ends up breaking down from this current support level or this current pattern. I personally don't think that could happen. And to be realistic of what could actually happen, we must take a look at our current probable support levels inside of this pattern. So what we are looking at right now is we are very, very close to our current support level as we bounced earlier today with the drop on the exact level of this pattern here, nearly just the exact level, which is approximately $38,000, and it continues to rise. So the support and the bounces of the bottoms should continue to get higher. But here is the thing, and to be completely conservative, to be completely realistic, if the price of cryptocurrencies, an example, this Bitcoin breaks below this pattern significantly, it could be very likely that we could see a big move to the downside. But if that were to happen, I wouldn't freak out immediately, but I personally would trade once we start to break out of here with a lot of volume and with a lot of indicators that I use to help me understand the momentum of the market. I always typically pull out because a big drop generally ensues or follows after a pattern is broken, whether it is to the upside or to the downside. So if there is a big play outside of this pattern here, and very close to it around the $38,000 level. If we start to break below 38,000, especially if we start to break below 37, it's very likely that we are going to be headed to the next level of support of about $34,000 or potentially above it. So we're keeping a very close eye, and I'm keeping a close eye for my Patreon members to let you know when to buy, when to sell, and to keep you updated every step of the way. But currently, we are basically just slowly trading inside of this range and nothing crazy is happening. but we are keeping a very close eye, especially this weekend. The weekends tend to have less volume. So whenever there's less volume, it's pretty easy for things to sell off. So we could have a sell off this weekend. Nobody knows for sure. Nobody knows what's going to happen. But if we do start to break outside of this pattern, it would be likely we're going to be seeing a pretty significant dip. And in the Patreon, what I do is I personally, what I do in my own life, I sell before the big drops, and then I buy the drops, I buy the dips, and I sell after the pump. So I buy low and I sell high. That's the whole goal of the crypto market, whether you are short term and long term. But let's take a look at this piece of news that I told you about in the beginning that is very, very important. Now, Bitcoin spikes above $40,000 as potential positive shifts arise between Russia and Ukraine. So what we are actually seeing is there are now talks again of peace with Russia and Ukraine. This is certainly a very good thing, and that piece of news has certainly shot up the crypto market at least a little bit this morning and last night. So if this actually comes to fruition, where Russia has and makes peace with Ukraine, and likewise with Ukraine and Russia, if there is peace made, if there is an agreement made, the war will end, most likely. And in addition to that, that would have a very positive effect. Not just a very positive effect. Let me tell you actually what's really most likely going to happen. If the war ends with Russia and Ukraine, the price of cryptocurrencies would shoot up very, very, very fast, far beyond what we are seeing in this chart of this resistance level. We could probably see Bitcoin shoot up to close to $50,000 and above in a single quick move. Now, the reason for that is because of sanctions with Russia is inhibiting and causing economies to collapse, to fall. It's affecting jobs. It's affecting dollars around the world. It is not good. War is not a good thing. It can be a good thing for particular things like gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies in certain instances because of economies and dollars collapsing. That's why Bitcoin and cryptos were created. But the better thing for the entire world, not only for the short term, but in the long run, it also pushes down oil prices. It really helps everything so much. If this war can end, if there is peace made, then that would have a huge effect on the price of cryptocurrencies. And that might actually be what is keeping cryptocurrencies, the stock market, a lot of other things, not only in the US, but around the world, from really making some awesome, bullish, good gains. So that is my opinion. Now, getting back into the chart, let us sum up what's happening. Right now, we are still trading in this range. And yes, we are in a red day. Today is a red day. We're down just about 2%. Nothing to freak out about, nothing to panic about. We want to wait patiently for this move because Bitcoin is still respecting this pattern. Despite it being red today, we're still respecting this upwards lower trend. So the lows are continually getting higher. That is a good thing. That is a bullish thing in certain cases. And that is something that is consistently happening all the way since January. So if this is continually happening, this is a good sign, nothing to panic about, nothing to freak out about. But once we start to break below, that's when we want to be taking caution. That's when we want to be potentially getting out of the market, letting the volatility come out, buying the dips, dollar cost averaging. There's a whole bunch of things that we can do to make money, to profit from this volatility. So until that's happening, nothing crazy should be done or made. But personally, in my opinion, I'm thinking that if we do and are supposed to respect this pattern, that here soon, maybe we drop a little bit lower, here soon, potentially this weekend, the next couple of days, we should get a bounce here. We've been red for a couple of days. We should get a nice bounce to bring us back up to test the resistance level, or at least to test this resistance level of $42,000 for Bitcoin, which would effectually mean mostly every cryptocurrency will also be moving along with Bitcoin and also respecting this same exact pattern. Now, if you want to get access to my trade alerts, when to buy and sell cryptocurrencies, even to follow and mirror all of my exact trades, go ahead and join the Patreon with my link below, where I have a whole bunch of trade alerts where people are making money even in these bearish of times. And also, if you want to get access to my crypto trading course, learn technical analysis like this, it's 66% off. The link is in my video description below as well. If you want to be able to trade, one more thing, if you want to be able to trade cryptocurrencies tax-free, go ahead and open up an iTrust Capital account with my link below. If you open up an account and fund it, they will give you $100 in Bitcoin for free. Definitely recommend checking it out. Now, if you got something out of the video so far, give this video a thumbs up, share this video with a friend or family member, blow up the comment section, and I will see you later. Have a great weekend.